My name is Trajal Harrell, and I'm here working on 20 Looks of Paris is Burning at the Judson Church Extra Small at Cafe Pequeño as part of the Panorama Festival here in Rio de Janeiro, and this theater is in Lebanon.
Can you talk about a little bit on your work here at the festival and the series of performances that you have here? It's a series of 5 performances, and here you have X and S.
Yeah. They're part of a series called 20 Looks of Paris is Burning at the Judson Church, which is part of a research that I've been doing for many years, beginning in 2001, so I guess about 11 years now. Basically looking at the relationship between the voguing dance tradition and the early postmodern dance tradition in the United States. And this series takes on a kind of imaginary historical proposition. The idea being, what would have happened in 1963 if someone from the voguing dance tradition in Harlem had come downtown to Judson Church in Greenwich Village to perform alongside the early postmoderns. And so each size, being the extra small and the small, were the first ones I made, kind of take an attempt at answering this question, not in a didactic or a kind of historical recreation way, but in a kind of imaginative proposition of what would have happened, if these two different artistic movements and aesthetics had come together.
And how did this theme of 1963 came up to you?
Well, I mean, it's a very long kind of story, but basically I'd gone to I'd studied postmodern dance, and then I went to a voguing ball, and I was kind of very strongly captivated by what I saw, and I found that what I saw was in a way much more postmodern than a lot of stuff that I was seeing in the theaters. And so I began to do a little research, and obviously, if you know anything, voguing, one of the biggest sources for a lot of people for information is a famous film by a filmmaker named Jenny Livingston called Paris is Burning. And it's very clear that in the 60s the voguing balls were going on at the same time that the Judson Church movement was going on in postmodern dance. But the two never came together, although if you look at them, there's a way in which they both were reflecting, in a way, a certain ideas and questioning certain ideals that were going on in the 1960s in the United States. And so because of the differences in terms of social status and racial status and geographical status, those two artistic movements, I mean, I don't know if we can call voguing an artistic movement, but those traditions, let's say, did not come together. And so I thought it would be interesting, in a way, if my work held this possibility, because it's not so much that people